So I put the stove in the greenhouse about a week or 10 days ago, something like that. Been meaning to get out here and get a video for you guys so you could all see, but I've just been busy. I've been real busy. So I guess I'll show you the outside setup quick. I basically just framed in a piece of sheet metal, cut a hole about the right size in the middle, and plunked the pipe through. Of course, there was a lot of measuring and calculating involved beforehand. And, we just ran 6-inch pipe straight through, and we got a wood stove inside, which I'll show you. So here we are in the greenhouse. There's the wood stove, and that tank full of water is for thermal mass. That'll store, I think somewhere around 50,000 BTUs between 80 and 120 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll get into that another time. I also want to give you a quick tour of the greenhouse. Started to organize things in here last night. Obviously it's still a little messy, as you can see, but we're getting there. This is an olive tree that I've been caring for. Had this for 3 years now, I think, and it's finally starting to really take off. Probably should do some pruning on it, actually. Ginger that I grew this year, and you can see there's still some that are green. Had a frost in the greenhouse. I was late getting things set up in the greenhouse this year, so we lost some of the stuff that was growing. These are all, quite large plants at the end of the season here, but lots of nice ginger rhizomes, which I can either eat or replant. I will probably eat some because I do love ginger. It's a project I'm going to continue. There's also chamomile in here, which I have to harvest and start new seed from. Bunch of citronella geranium, pine scented geranium, lemon verbena, Texas tarragon, all that kind of stuff from propagation I took this spring and kind of kept over the summer. And we're going to bump these up in the spring and put them back out for sales or for growth or whatever. There's a whole bunch more Texas tarragon over here, and a few more geraniums. This is the big pine scented geranium. It's getting beautiful pink flowers, and I have to say these flowers have the most incredible sweet smell to them. I wish I could film and send along the smell to you. My lemon trees, the Meyer lemon trees, if you recall, or if you watched videos back in the spring, where I started Meyer lemon trees from seed. This is the mother that came from, which has grown quite large. You'll see there are lemons on it now, starting to size up, and they'll be ripening soon. Every other year, they're a biennial. They usually don't bear very much every other year. We're going to see if we can fix that with nutrition, but we'll see how that works out. These are almond verbena, lemon verbena, and anise verbena. And this is the first year I've had anise verbena start to flower for me. So I'm pretty excited to see what those turn into. A couple of jalapeno peppers I dug up out of the outside plot and put into a bin. They're starting to recover from their transplant pretty well. Over here we have some mustard greens. I forget what they're called. They're my mom's favorite mustard green, or new favorite mustard green. They're starting to grow pretty well now too. Got them into a little bit better light area over here. There's a few more in that bin there. And then let's see, there's a couple of orange trees. Well, a mandarin and an orange, Arctic frost orange, and I forget the mandarin actual name, but whatever. Beautiful trees. They've sized up pretty good since last year when I was gifted those by Dust Bowl Seeds. dustbowlseed.com if you want really good seeds. Those guys have seed down. And rosemary and French tarragon that I took all from cut last fall. I'm sure if you were watching the forum, you saw the pictures. They were all cuts about, I'd say about that big last fall. And well, you can see now that they're huge plants. And I'm going to take more cuts off them. Oh my god, they smell wonderful. And that's a Texas tarragon here too, the mother plant that all those others were propagated from. Back to the furnace. Well, stove actually. The furnace, as expected, didn't last more than one season due to not a heavy gauge enough steel. I didn't have the money for heavy gauge steel last year. That's okay, because we got a wood stove in here now and that works fine. You can see I picked up the intake air plumbing and just piped it through, and it runs up the exhaust pipe of the new stove. And it basically does the same convective loops that we were doing before, just on a different furnace that's not in the ground now. And to make up for the fact that we don't have as much thermal mass capacity in the ground, we brought in a 200-gallon tank. Actually, it's a 125-gallon tank. And, you know, there's a little scum on it right now. I'm going to go through and clean it up a bit. But that tank gives us a tremendous capacity to store heat when we're running the stove or when the sun is shining in here, and to distribute it over a nice even length of time when it's cold, or if I'm not able to get out here and stoke up the stove. So I'll just pop the stove open now quick and let you have a look inside. You can see I throttled it back a little too much last night and it didn't all the way burn down, but that's alright because it was a warm night and I wasn't trying to smoke the plants out of here. Anyway, that's basically all there is to it. Thanks for watching, and check in again here at the Farmacy Seeds Network. And come enjoy being in the greenhouse with us, because when it's cold out, this is a really nice place to be, and it smells fantastic with all the herbs in here. Cheers!